So I come from a family of 5 kids. 5 kids in my family, all in 5 years, all in a row. So you can imagine in a family like that, it's kind of hard to stand out, and you kind of all get assigned a role. Now, Tommy, he was the smartest. Gina, responsible. Laura, trouble. Mike was the baby. And my aunt would say, You, Molly? You're the fat, funny one. Oh, I'm sorry, pleasingly plump. I wasn't entirely happy with that. I mean, I wanted to be great at something. But I knew that took work, and honestly, pleasingly plump came pretty easy, so I kind of locked onto that. And I started working on my Groucho Marx imitation. And I think I killed it at my mom's Tupperware party, because all the ladies who attended raved about the entertainment and the port wine cheese ball. Mostly the port wine cheese ball. So in 9th grade, when I got the opportunity to substitute in for the kid who was the high school mascot at a JV football game, I felt a spark. Now, the mascot was usually reserved for boys and upperclassmen, but this kid got mono, so I had my chance, and I took it. And I took it very seriously. And then just 3 games later, I was the high school mascot for the varsity team Friday night under the lights. So from 9th grade all through my graduation, I was my high school mascot, the lion. Now the costume was great, okay? It was golden brown fur. It covered my whole body, including my hands and feet. And the head was awesome. It was made of paper mache and faux fur, and it was about 3 feet high and 2 feet deep. And to keep it balanced on my shoulders, I stitched one of my brother's sweat socks inside to make a chin strap that just lined my eyes up with the last slit in the lion's mouth. I never spoke, and no one could see in, maintaining that Disney magic. Now, what kind of mascot was I going to be? Well, I wasn't going to be mean and angry like that San Diego chicken. No. I modeled myself after my beloved Philadelphia Phillies fanatic. So my mascot, well, he entertained the crowds by sitting on people's laps and high-fiving 4-year-olds and just kind of generally following the cheerleaders around with clumsy dance moves. That's right. The Camp Hill High School Lion was nice, and people loved him. No, I mean, really, they did. I got fan mail from this parent from a neighboring town who said that she enjoyed watching the lion more than the football game. I couldn't believe it. I was finally, great at something for the first time in my life. And being inside that costume, I felt powerful. I could be anything, do anything. I didn't have to be that pudgy, suspect lesbian kid who had little chance of ever leaving her hometown. No, I was special. I was the lion, and people loved me. Now, being king of the forest comes with other royal responsibilities, not just sporting events. I was often asked to show up wherever the school needed to be represented, and this included band events. And I love the band events the most. Oh man, what an honor marching in front of the band with the flags flapping and the horns blaring. Well, my senior year, I was invited to march in front of the band at the annual Dillsburg Halloween Parade. And this was the #1 parade in central Pennsylvania. My parents, they took us there when we were kids, so I was super excited. Now, the parade was at night, and the streets were lit and lined with people, and there was this energy in the air. And I was really giving it my extra effort, dancing around like crazy and running ahead to greet the kids before the band would pass. We came around this corner to the top of this hill, and the hill led down to the main part of town, the busiest part of town. And the band went into their best number, the theme from Rocky. Bum, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, bum, ba, ba, ba. Gonna fly now. And I knew it was time for me to go into my best move. Flying high now, the Three Stooges shuffle. Certainly. And as I came out of that less certainly, something was going wrong. Gonna fly. It felt really wrong. High, really, really wrong. High, ba-ba-dum-bum. Everything from here on out is in slow motion. I don't know, I must have stumbled on a piece of candy thrown from a float or something, because everything went dark as my eyes lost alignment with the lion's mouth. Oh, I was going down. Oh, yeah. First one knee, then the other, and I put out my hands to brace my fall, and I felt that sock come loose from around my chin, and my big, proud lion head go flying from my body. No! Suddenly, everything was bright and confusing, and I could see people's faces clearly for the first time as they saw my face, as they saw me inside that costume. Then I heard some laughter, and this group of 10-year-old boys started to swarm around me. And then as I struggled to get up, I felt something hit me in the ear. Oh yeah, candy corn was coming at me from all directions, bouncing off my big furry body, dangerously whizzing by my tiny human head. These kids were attacking, and I needed my lion head. So I looked around to see where it went, and it was rolling down the hill in front of me, and I went diving and chasing after it. And then finally, out of nowhere, this angel grabbed my head away from the kids and stood there on the curbside waiting for me. And when I got to her, I looked her in the face, and, well, you know how you don't cry until someone else recognizes your pain? Yeah, I started to cry. Well, she helped me put my head back on, and as soon as I got that sock back around my chin, I immediately felt comfortable and safe again inside the costume, and I started to cry harder. So back in the lion suit, I had to thank her the only way that the lion could. I gave her a high five, and I ran off to catch up with the band. When I finally got back in front of the twirlers, I was kind of just going through the motions, walking in the middle of the road, just kind of waving to people. And it took a while before I gained my courage and got my lion pride to actually look out again at people's faces through the slit. And when I saw them, to my surprise, like, they didn't have that same kind of jeering look on their face. No, these people were smiling and clapping. And that's when it occurred to me, this is a parade. These people didn't see me fall 2 blocks back. They were seeing me and the lion for the very first time. And that's when I knew what I needed to do. I went into my best move, the Three Stooges shuffle. Because after all, I was the lion, and people loved me. Thank you.